Work, 'cause I'm tripping. Gotta work on myself, 'cause I'm falling apart. Please wake me up, 'cause I'm slipping. Can't fight this feeling off no more. But I'm not going to give up and fall. Rise above the door, meet all my challenges and search for my strength. I defeat them all. I'm never ever gonna hide no more. I come to love myself again. Yeah. For all the things I didn't know, the pain, the hurt, I let it go. Start to believe in myself, and life will be sweet again. So sweet again. Above it all, meet all my challenges and search for my strength. I defeat them all. I never ever gonna hide no more. I come to love myself again. For all the things I didn't know, the pain, the hurt, I let it go. Let it go. And I start to believe in myself, and life will be sweet again. Oh, na na, oh na 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 na. When all I see is darkness and gloom, yeah, I'll be running from my doom. Oh na 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 na. But now it's time to live my life, but now I know what I need to do. Oh na 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 na. When all I see is darkness and gloom, yeah, I'll be running from my doom. Oh na 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 na. But now it's time to live my life, but now I know what I need to do.
Giraffes. Giraffes. Giraffes of the world unite. Giraffes who are afraid of heights. There's a support group for all giraffes who are afraid of heights. It meets in the top floor of the cafeteria. Yes, the top floor. This is the advanced class. The beginning class meets in the basement. Yeah. Good morning, all. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you. It's good to be here. It's good to be me. It's good to have the sense of being, to even be aware of these things. Great fun time last night. We did an impromptu gather around the Dojo Earth mic. The Dojo Earth account does not stream on ROKFIN right now. I'm working on that. But just so you know, that's what happens. The Dojo Earth is sort of like a budding channel, and I think we broke 100 people last night. It was great. I think for a brief moment there was like 101 people there. Then like 3 people were like, "Oh my God, there's too many people here. We have to run." And so they did it. But yeah, it was a great time. We brought in the eclipse. It was fantastic. Not gonna lie, my back hurts like a mofo right now. It's been hurting all morning. And I've been like, man, just do the show. And it's like, yeah, but then if anyway, so that's going on. It's more than information. It's work. My back is showing me that it's working, that it's doing things. And that's good. Someone suggested, James, you should get a standing desk. And I need you to know that I'm pretty sure I broke my foot. And standing still really doesn't feel good either. The only thing that really feels good is movement. If we could do the show as I walk, if I could like walk around, I think we could do like a whole show that way. But then how would I get some, throw up my slides, right? I should get some Tiger Balm, huh? Tiger, rawr, rawr. What's the weather like over there, Tiger? Arr, it's really balmy out. It's very balmy. Rawr, rawr, rawr. And the tiger doesn't understand the green screen at all, so he's like really tripping out over the whole thing. Everyone in the studio is like, I am not cleaning up tiger poop. The tiger just peed all over the sports set. This is not going well. This Tiger Balm needs to be fixed. We need to do something about the Tiger Balm. And don't ask me how I got a pirate in there. I've been researching a lot into pirates lately, and I'm looking forward to bringing you some more data on that. Believe it or not, pirates were the good guys. I know. They raped and they pillaged and they had keels and they hauled things and they walked the plank and they... But guys, when they banished you, they didn't just put you on an island and be like, fuck you. No, they're like, here's some rum. Here's a gun. Don't shoot, Petey. We're going to give you this gun. You cannot shoot one of us. Do you understand? Petey's like, arr. It's like, Petey, the reason why we're leaving you on this island is because we can't trust you. We're going to give you this gun, but you cannot shoot anyone, Petey. The only person you could shoot is yourself. Okay? Actually, you can do whatever you want. We're going to leave you here with the rum, the gun, and one bullet. But you can't, Petey. Petey, stop looking at Carl like that. Carl had nothing to do with this. Carl actually voted to keep you on. Just so you know, I'm sorry, Carl, to give away your anonymity there. But it's true, Petey, you got the wrong idea about Carl. You are out of line, Petey. For a pirate, Petey. Do you know how out of line you have to be, Petey, to be out of line for pirates? Look at us. Look at us. We're a band of crazy fuckers, and we think you're out of line, Petey. We think you're so out of line, we're going to give you a bottle of rum, put you on this island, and we're even negotiating how we're going to give you this gun and get away without you shooting one of us. This is very difficult, Petey. You're really putting us in an awkward position here. Right? Barefoot James, go barefoot for your back. Also lie on your back with your knees bent, tricking your back that you're standing 15 minutes twice a day. Your back will fix itself if you believe. Go barefoot for your... I've been barefoot. I liken that, Simon. To be fair, though, I just could not negotiate bending down that far to put shoes on. Also, lie on your back. You want me to lie on my back? So you want me to tell falsehoods while I'm horizontal, Simon? Is that what you're suggesting? You're suggesting that I should tell falsehoods for 15 minutes twice a day? For me to expound on falsehoods? Come on. So I think what's happening is probably the best way to do it is that you would give Petey the bullet. You would give Petey the rum. You would get on the raft. You would start rowing your way back. And then you would have to throw the musket to Petey. But you'd have to throw it far enough. And on the boat, you couldn't just throw it far. This is pirate, right? You'd have to throw it far, right? You have to throw it really far. And if you threw it far enough, but even then, Petey's still going to get a shot at you. I don't know how they pulled this off. I just got to be fair. The amount of respect that they had for Petey to do this is truly astounding if you think about it. It really is, right? Now, Petey could go hunting, right? He could use that bullet and he could kill a fish with it, right? He could shoot a fish in the head. He could hide behind a corner, wait for the fish to be looking around for his keys. He could shoot in his head. But then what does he do, right? What does he do then? How does that even work, right? You give Petey a rope. Yeah, you could. I bet you there's a few times where they're like, PD, things are a little tight here on the ship, so we don't have a rum for you. We've got a caramel candy from England, and we don't have a gun for you, but we have a piece of bamboo, and you're gonna be able to cram that up underneath your fingernails, Petey, and it's just gonna hurt like a bitch. It won't kill you, but it'll really take your mind off the fact that you've been isolated on an island, because you'll have a piece of bamboo underneath your finger, right? But I do look forward to telling you about the pirates. In fact, we should probably get on the show, because this show's not about pirates, even though we've been talking quite a lot about the pirates here. But think about it. How would you give Petey the gun? How would you do that? How would that work? You can't row that fast, right? And what's to stop Petey waiting out? I guess you could beat Petey to a pulp. I guess you could do that. This would be called fair, I guess. Look, Petey, in order to keep this fair, we're going to have to beat the shit out of you. Or it's going to be rough, Petey. It's going to be rough. You're not going to like it very much. Today's show is the summit. And what I wanted to talk today, are we good? Yeah, it looks like we're on ROKFIN. Good. I just need to turn on this thing. Here we go. Just window capture. Is that it? Window capture. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So this just happened 16 hours ago. It's probably more like probably longer than 16 hours, but close. Kim Jong-un mobilizes military to help supply medicine as COVID outbreak worsens. And I would call this playing ball. And one of the biggest things that is holding us back, I think, would have to be, I'm sorry, I have to read this. Pirate Feast. 20 years ago, I started a wrestle fest with a succubus, and as of today, I have unchained myself and am a free pirate. Hurrah. Wow, Tease, that's fantastic. I think I know what that means. A wrestle fest with a succubus. Yep, I've been there. And as of today, I have unchained myself. That's fantastic, Tease. And you're alive, so the bullet is not in your head. It is somewhere else. Perhaps you're saving it. Arr. But if that means what I think it means, congratulations, my friend. You've been going through quite a journey there, so good to hear it. Now, back to Kim Jong-un. I think the thing that holds this glue together has to be the fact that we believe in countries. It has to be. It has to be. And guys, I'm here to tell you that the good guys, they stopped voting a long time ago. Yeah. The people that you think are voting now, I'm going to tell you something. They're not good guys. But James, my mom votes. My dad votes. You saying they're not good guys? And yeah, I kind of am. My parents, they vote too. So if it is any consolation, I'm not exclusively calling your parents bad. But I'm calling that anyone who is pretending that this is valid is a problem. And that not only is it a problem, it's going to be getting worse if we keep coddling them. Yeah, if we keep coddling them. In fact, they are trying hard to be good. Yes, they are trying hard to be good. But it's not cutting. It's not pulling it. It's not happening. Things are not happening here. And I'm telling you that a long time ago was the time to stop voting. And I voted too. So I'm talking to myself. Part of the awakening is realizing this, right? Right? Part of this is realizing this. And the good guys, they stopped voting a long time ago. And everything that people are voting for or against, they're basically building with you here. And if we keep calling them, oh, well, they mean well, we're just going to be in a living hell. And we're going to be wishing that we had some more PD pirate things going on here. Voting is violence for cowards. Yes, it is. That's very astute, Zark. Very astute. Voting is violence for cowards. And one of the only things that holds voting together is this idea that that countries are real. And one of the best ways to ensure that countries are real is for all the countries to be on the same page when it comes to a global religion or a global thought, a global agreement. None of these are factual. These are alignments. Alignments don't require facts to be strong. Alignments require cohesion and agreement to be strong. That was the sole purpose of this. And I really think that it's important that that you see that North Korea, Kim Jong-un is now playing ball too. And that when he agrees to pay money for medical supplies, I would like for you guys to look at this more of like as, yes, Tony, as a global Ponzi scheme. That in order to participate in the game, you would need to play along, and you would launder money. It's not your money. It's not your money. It's your country's treasury. Most of these are through a central bank anyway, so really you're just paying homage. And you really don't have the last person that you think is in charge would be you as a country. That it would be impossible if you look at Libya, if you look at Venezuela, if you look at Burma. I think you could even argue Burma. If you looked at several countries, you would see that it really is not possible to, maybe Somalia, maybe, that it's impossible to be an independent country. It's just not in the cards right now. And one of the reasons why it's not in the cards right now is because so many of us are participating in cowardly violence by voting, by pretending that this system is valid, that what we have happening around us is happening for valid reasons, that it's because we are seekers of truth and we are bettering ourselves, James. We're fighting systemic racism. Don't you understand that? And if we're fighting systemic racism, well, fuck, we must be doing great. Holy shit. We are piercing holes in bronze statues and releasing the air because it has racist molecules in there. And if that's where we're working right now, well, clearly we are doing great. Clearly we're making all the progress in the world. And then the World Leaders Pandemic Treaty, an international treaty for pandemic preparedness and response, would be to foster a comprehensive multi-sectoral approach to strengthen national, regional, and global capacities and resilience to future pandemics. All you guys saw this coming. And I'm about to show you how far this goes back, how far it's been coming. I'm going to read this first, though. A treaty needs to be clear on governance processes. Well, while it needs to strengthen existing institutions such as the World Health Organization and provide it with more authority, it must also clarify in what way the implementation of the treaty would be ensured by intergovernmental and interagency cooperation. The treaty must plan for the financing of countries' preparedness and response, as well as ensure the full financing of a treaty secretariat and processes and bodies that treaty might call for example, regular country reviews of a compliance fund, blah, blah, bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And you're watching the next layer, the next carotene layer of the EU, wrapping itself around the illusion of countries. If we didn't have countries, none of this would work. If people did not believe in countries and voted for those countries, none of this would work. None of this. You do not get to say, I'm going to be a little harsh here. Time for a little harshness. Brr, James is going to be harsh. He's going to be harsh, yeah. It's time to be harsh with James, because James is going to be harsh, yeah. If you're fucking voting, this is what you're doing to us. If you were breastfeeding from the teat of a voter, you were drinking the milk of what is doing this to us. I've had that same milk. It's why I know this. It's why I know this about you. It's why I know this secret about you. You compliance milk drinker. We have to stop saying this is okay. We have to stop normalizing these people as if this insanity is real. We are pretending that their reality is somehow coagulated. And the only thing holding this together, this is all wax. This entire house of wax. And the only thing holding it together is their embarrassment from having to admit that they're cowardly, violent voters. And that all these things are directly the result of people thinking there ought to be a law and someone needs to be in charge around here. Someone needs to unite us all under a World Health Organization. And I can't think of a better symbol for World Health than a fucking owl that sneaks up on you at night and grabs you with its 4 talons and rips your neck out and puts your little bits eviscerated into the crop of its throat and saves you for later. It's not even hungry. It puts you in your crop and it eats you later. It eats you later. That's the perfect symbol for a World Health Organization, I'm telling you. And I like owls. You guys know that. World Health Assembly agrees to launch process to develop historic global accord on pandemic prevention, preparedness, and response. I'm not going to read you all this, but this is on December 1st, 2021. Still in the peak, right? Right in the middle of it. They launched this quote new development, right? The COVID-19 pandemic has shown a light on the many flaws of the global system to protect people from pandemics. The most vulnerable people going without vaccines, health workers without needed equipment to perform their life-saving work, and, check this out, me-first approaches that stymie the global solidarity needed to deal with a global threat. As Dr. Tedros is explaining here, the global threat is this me-first attitude. It's the me first that's destroying the global solidarity. You and me having our sense of individuality is destroying global solidarity. And if you'd stop being me, if I'd stop being me, we could be globally solidaritous. The Health Assembly met in a special session, the second ever since WHO's founding in 1948, and adopted a sole decision titled, a single decision by the way, The World Together. The decision by the Assembly encouraged the intergovernmental negotiating body to draft and negotiate a WHO Convention agreement and other international instruments on pandemic prevention, preparedness, and response with a view to adoption under Article 19. With a view to adoption under Article 19 of the WHO Constitution. Do you hear that? Article 19. And WHO actually wasn't founded in 1948. It took them until 1948 to come up with their logo and shit. Because the truth of the matter is that 9 months after World War II, the WHO was formed. Who are you? I'm gonna eviscerate your throat and keep it until it's later, 'cause I'm a public health owl. This is 9 months after World War II. The very, very first thing people were thought of is, all this killing, we need to worry about a global health. That's what we killed 20 million people, and now we're going to save them. We're going to save them all. And you know what? We fucking voted for it. We voted for this stuff. We voted for it 9 months after World War II ended. the WHO was formed. And we got this idea from the same people that decided that killing 20 million people was necessary for the protection of the world. And that Japan should not have this idea that they can go around just buying and selling oil like some pirate. Like some free-range pirate out there just trading his wares with countries. Not with countries, I'm sorry, with people. That he's out there. Pirates were showing up in Roanoke. And they'd wear whatever flag they thought that you would like them better as. And they'd fly that flag. And they'd come in and they'd go, "Arr, I'm, he turns around and looks at his flash. "Arr, I'm Swedish, yes. I'm Swedish, yes. Arr." And whatever it took, because they didn't give a shit. They were trading with the people. And do you want to know why pirates have this fancy, they're always like have this fancy garb? Garb, as they call it. Garb. It's because on land, you weren't allowed to wear certain colors. You weren't allowed to wear certain types of shirts unless you fit in with the status. Remember we talked about Jamestown? Do you remember this? And I showed you the bills saying anyone caught growing your hair long, anyone caught fraternizing with the Indians will be shot, will be hung, will be punished. And that the principles of fashion themselves were being dictated on the land. And that every single person was so desperately, oh my God, we have to enforce our prejudice upon each other. That the only free people in the world were living democratically on a fucking boat. And we called them pirates. And they were having a good time. Yes, there was a lot of scurvy. Holy shit, get over it. Yes, there was scurvy. But these ships were the most closest thing to what you might think a democracy might even be like, even if that's like not even a real word. You had this natural law system running in place. Was it pretty? No. I'm not trying to tell you this is pretty. But I'm trying to tell you it was less disgusting than watching what's happening all around us as a bunch of golf clappers with compliance milk in their teats go around going, "Oh, indubitably, we should have some sort of World Health Organization, and we should trust the people that just killed millions and millions and millions of people to work on it for us. Because we are civilized." The insanity's been here since that whole time. It just keeps getting crazier. Guys, they're taxing your life force. They're taxing your life force. They're saying your life force, it's ours. And they're not even pirates. They're like, it's ours. The WHO remains firmly committed to the principles set out in the preamble to their constitution. Don't you do that. Stop doing that. Talking to my screen. The WHO remains firmly committed to the principles set out in the preamble to the Constitution. Check it out. It's so right here, guys. I'm going to read you just these underlined things in red, and you're going to see the glaring truth. You're not going to have any issues. You're not going to go, that seems like a great idea. No, none of you are going to have that. You know that. You're going to be reading this. You're going to go, holy shit, that doesn't look nice. Health is a state of complete physical and mental social well-being. Do you hear that? Do you see the red flags? Do you see the red flags? They're all over. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. 2, the health of all people is fundamental to the attainment of peace and security. It is dependent on the fullest cooperation of individuals. The health of all people is dependent on your full cooperation. Do you understand? Do you see that? Do you see the red flag? This shit's been in place since 1946. Some of you are going to say, technically 48. That's fine. We'll give you 2 years. But it's telling you all these red flags. Number 3, unequal development in different countries is a common danger. What does that mean? Everyone has to be under the same system. The only way this works, guys, is if everyone's under the same system. Number 4, informed opinion and active cooperation on the part of the public, that means you, are of utmost importance in the improvement of the health of the people. Your informed opinion. What do you have now? What are we surrounded by now? Informed opinion. What is not allowed? Dissent. Dissent is not allowed. Dissent, right? Oh, that hurts. Right? Dissent. YouTube Cardboard Award. Do you really think this is normal? Do you really think this is normal? This has been coming since 1946. 1946. And the same guy, unanimously, through 7 presidents, 7, stop doing that, 7 presidents, and the same guy, I'm sorry it's doing this, it's really annoying the shit out of me, but the same guy, always there. 7 presidents. The same guy telling you a future pandemic is guaranteed. I'm tired of us saying it's the bad guys that are doing this to us. Because it's not. It's not the bad guys doing this to us. What does this to us are the people that are afraid of pirates. What does this to us are the people that know just how afraid of pirates you are. They know that you're so afraid of pirates that you will do anything and vote for anybody to pretend that you can live in a world that's pirate free. And this is the addiction to insurance. This is the addiction to public safety. And through 7 unanimous presidents, the people get exactly what they're asking for. Stop blaming this on the evil Luciferian deep state. Stop saying that the people that are dedicated to bringing light to the world are trying to hurt you. Stop. That is so retarded. The people that are trying to hurt you are the people that do not want to open their eyes. That would actually be the opposite of a Luciferian, wouldn't it? That would be a Noctiferian. Yes, look it up. It's Greek. That would be a Noctiferian. I would love some cannabis bomb. Someone mailed me... I can't say this. Someone mailed me something 3 weeks ago, and it was like... Fuck, it was so good. It's so good. It's so good. Thank you. You didn't put your name on it. And I just want you to know, thank you. I thank you at least... I thank you a lot. I'll just say that. It's really great. Really, really. Just... love you guys for that. It's great. I would love you anyway, but man, that was great. 7 presidents. Guys, we can't even trade houseplants. We can't even trade houseplants. We're sitting here trying to send houseplants to each other, and we're typing, am I allowed to send a houseplant here? No, and the answer is no. No, you can't. No. You know why? Because our parents didn't want to believe in fucking pirates. And they'd rather pretend that there's a world where pirates doesn't exist so we could have this whole thing. I will not turn down bomb. Here is my 403 banner elk NC 28604. There you go. Thank you, Chrissy. I mean, if you got time, don't worry about it if not. Pirates are not even just loving life, Eric C. Yes, they are, but they're also fearing life too. They're desperate. They're alive. They're dilated, aren't they? Pirates are dilating life. And we've been raised in the land of milk from people that don't want to be dilated. They've had enough of dilation. They were living in the wilderness. They were like, these Indians were here, fucking scalping people, scaring the shit out of me. I don't know why I came. Someone told me I should get on this boat. I was like, sure, why not? I'll vote. How's getting on a fucking ship any different than voting today? Isn't that what you're doing? Someone's walking into a bar going, hey, you want some adventure? And you're like, well, sure, what do I have to do? It's like, nothing. It's going to get you drunk and hit you over the head. You're going to wake up on a boat. And that's what voting is. Voting is going to the tavern and expecting something different to happen. Gee, if we go to the tavern today, I bet you no one will club us and we won't wake up on a boat. That was 6 months ago. We're wiser now. Yeah. Remember Petey? Yeah, we're not Petey. We figured out how to do this. So let's go back down the tavern. That won't happen again. What are the chances of that? Holy shit, we're on a boat again. I'm not trying to give your parents a hard time. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. But I'm saying that we're under the impression that us being polite about this and us saying like, okay, Grandma, sure, we landed on the moon. I don't see how that makes this any more constructive for us. I would think it's more destructive. I'm not suggesting you do this because I'm already kind of an outcast as it is. Like if I had like a family, I don't think I could afford the social clout that I'm spending to do this, but like I don't associate with mouth breathers anymore. Maskers, whatever you want to call them. If you cannot see what's happening now, if you need to keep politely not calling me a conspiracy theorist to my face, I can already smell you. I already know who you are. Do you know how I know? Because your ass has been quiet for the last 2 years. Some of you were kind of like, oh, I'm into QAnon. And then as soon as the pandemic came, you were like, nope, I'm vaxxing my kids. It's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to vax them 4 fucking times. I'm going to meet an underground alley. I'm going to vax them when they're not looking. I think you're the problem. I don't think the problem is the evil underground deep state. I don't think the problem is even Fauci. I think Fauci is here as a gesture for you. And you pat each other on the back going, 7 years, seven presidents. Clearly, he's got the moxie to lead us to a new world of health and organization. Under Article 19, in 1946, do you understand? In 1946, okay, in 1948, their Constitution was adopted. In 1948, they had an Article 19 in their Constitution. And that Article 19, 52, 54, 50, 70, fucking A, 75 years? Holy shit, someone, damn. 75 years later, Article 19 is being invoked as a new public world order. Thanks for being here, Taylor. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you're on blood thinners, of course you're going to take it. You're going to need blood thinners. Why is that? Your blood's fat. My blood is fat. My God. I'm going to have to send my blood to the gym. What I'm going to do is we're going to transfuse your blood into Sven over here. Hi, I'm Sven. I love working out. Sven's going to exercise your blood. He's going to give it a good workout. And then he's going to transplant it back in. There's another word there, but transplant it back in, transfuse it back into your blood. Then your blood will be thinner. It won't be so fat. I'm not asking you to go bitch slap your mom. But I'm asking you to kind of go like halfway there. Like, don't assault your mom. But like, why are we not making this more expensive? Why? Why are we like, oh, look, cute, they're going to the Ryan Steakhouse again. Look at them all there voting. Oh, it's fucking great. God, I love these people. And I love humanity. I love humanity. Oh, shit, Green Mountain Girl already slapped her mom. I'm sorry, Green Mountain. I should have said that in a different order. Will Smith, your mom. No, that would be faking it. No, I want you to really do it. I want you to really do it. I want you to find the I'm just saying, when you're sitting next to them and normalizing them, they're still talking shit about you anyway. And I'm not saying you're doing this so people won't talk shit about you. I'm telling you that when you're not looking, these would be the first people that would sign the document that's saying, yeah, that person's not right. We need to take his kids away. Why is that? Because he's not vaccinated. Those are the same people. The same people that hired the Witchfinder General. The same people that brought in the Inquisition. The same people that said, can you make a law where you'll kill anyone who tries to grow their hair long? And we can use that money to fight people that don't agree with us that happen to be living on a ship right now? It's like, sure, we can do that. We can do that. You gotta work it out, guys. You gotta work it out. I can't tell you what to do. The WHO can. I can't tell you what to do, but the WHO can. Not you personally, but that's what's happening. Article 19, guys. Come on. Come on. Do you realize all the big truths in the world are hiding behind this veil of coincidence? It's just like, oh, it's just a coincidence. It's like, it's a coincidence that Petey shot Carl. It's a coincidence. So I think we're looking at another EU. On top of the EU is going to be this other milky layer forming of pus called the WHO. And the WHO's going to dictate everything that the EU is sanctioned with each other. Right now, we are taking Russian oligarchs' property. Any country is allowed to do it, by the way. America, NATO, Britain, the smallest countries that are playing games basically can just pluck whatever property they want as long as it's got like a Russian title to it. And because it's Russian oligarchs, Russian billionaire oligarchs, the same people that we are pretending are not the bad guys are going, oh, well, I'm glad they got those Russians because they interfered with our election and we're going to take all their stuff now. And that's going to make us right. Because we are so right now. My God, we're so right. Don't you grow your hair out long. I will cut you with a knife, a cutlass. I will cut you hard. You will be in a lot of pain. So don't you do that. Come on, guys. That's fantastic. What's up? James, my mom is 71 and loves the calories you share. I'm blessed to have a mother that's awake and aware. That's awesome, man. That is fantastic. My mom finds me embarrassing, I think. She's never told me that, but I think most people in this age group feel that way. I don't think that that's an exclusive to my mom. My mom trusts Oprah more than me, and that's okay. She's had a lot of time with Oprah. They've been through a lot together. I'm not here to say that your parents are supposed to agree with you. I'm not even trying to say this is about your parents. I think it's more about Maybe you look to your own age group. Who are the people you went to school with? Why are we keeping the politeness? Why? Because you want community cohesion? Okay. Because your kids are growing up and friends with their kids? I get it. I'm not trying to negotiate that for you. I would imagine that's very difficult. But man, if we could just stop, we go, you know what, this is more important. This is more important. I think it would just go, I think it'd be really far. I think it'd go really far. There are definitely more of us than we think there are. The fact that YouTube had to remove downvotes is proof of that. Eric Sieve, F that. 3 years being impolite to 9 high school dudes, still no effect. Amazing. You're wrong, Eric C. You actually are having an effect. They will never be able to tell you you're having an effect. But that is what it does work. It does. Nothing works more than with these people than acceptance. And so ask yourself, are you making it harder or easier? Are you giving your acceptance away because of your cultural connotations with what polite means? Because right now in the culture that's turned upside down, that is ruled by Noctiferians, polite means always having your guard down. Polite means always being vulnerable. Polite means always assuming that everything you hear from a stranger is true as long as it's coming over some sort of a loudspeaker where more than one person can hear it. That is the default here in this world. And you are surrounded by those people, and I'm telling you, it's not helping your environment by being polite to them. And I'm not asking you to call them names. I'm asking you to treat them authentically. I'm asking you to look at them and say, well, you know, Petey, you think countries are real. And you're going to have that conversation. Because when Petey looks at you and go, of course countries are real. Hey, get a load of this. You begin that process and you authentically follow it out. And you don't have to be mean. At no point you have to raise your voice. You don't even have to involve Petey's wife and kids. You could simply say, Petey, I'm having a hard time relating to you because it feels like you're living in this massive fantasy world and you need me to play along with it. But I need you to know, Petey, that when you're going to vote for that, all I see is a coward committing violence. And it's hard for me to sit next to you and call myself a man and stomach this dinner when I'm at the table with you. But James, that's so harsh. Is it harsh or is it authentic? Because wouldn't harsh be, ha ha ha, that's a great story, John. Ha ha ha, you're real insightful, John. And then wait till you get in the wife with your car and then start talking about how fucked in the head you think John is. That's called polite. And that's the most inauthentic, shitty way you could ever treat someone in the world. And we're calling that polite. So please consider what I'm saying here. Please consider the value of being authentic. Please consider the value of understanding that the reason why we can't just kill Petey is because Petey's in charge of his life. And as dangerous as it is for us to try and figure out how we're going to get this rowboat off the land before Petey gets all pissed off and takes that one bullet and shoots Carl, we have to understand that Petey's life is not our life. Petey's life is his life. And what holds us together as pirates is we understand that Petey is in charge of his own life. He's in charge. That's what sovereignty means. Which means we can't just leave Petey here. Petey needs to have some sort of reminder of where the flame is. Of where God placed Prometheus's flame inside Petey. It's a testament to something deeper. It's a testament to the salt. It's a testament to the deeper nature of man. And these men were not allowed to live on land. These men found the land too limiting. These men liked the idea that they could drown or they could survive, and that there was no in between. It's a completely different way. And I want you to think about how at the very beginning, when you start to express that authenticity, everyone around you is going to reject you. And that you're going to have to own that because you spend a lot of time being polite to these people. And you owe it to them to give them enough time to get on board with this new you. And that your new is not fueled by anger, your new you is fueled by, if I do not send a signal out to the other elm trees that the caterpillars are coming and that they have to save themselves, all of us will die. And you will do that now. You will send that signal out. And that signal is as simple as looking at what you thought was a man who was your friend across from the table and saying, I think you voting is what's hurting us the most. I think you consenting to this bullshit and pretending this is real is what's really hurting us the most. I think you thinking that some retarded Purdue doctor would be approved by 7 different presidents and praised as the most glorious thing to ever come out of an orifice of a homunculus with a fucking stethoscope around his neck, that he's our man. I think it's absurd that you think this world is real like this. That you think overnight this thing called an invisible demon virus that no one's ever isolated can travel around the world because Tom Hanks told you it happened and he caught it in the Australian desert. Holy fuck. I have no idea what this is going to do to this new channel. Vaccines are safe and effective. I think that's absurd too. You have this conversation and you realize the bridge is burning, but you also know the entire time it was never a bridge. It was a man-bear pig trying desperately to show you that he likes you in case he needs you, in case he needs to eat your foot in order to survive. And you went to high school with all of them. You played football with them. You went on dates with them. You touched their boobies in the back of the car. And it took you this long to wake up. And if you don't make it expensive now, it'll always be cheap to keep acting this way. Always. All the time. Sounds really victim-y to blame my friends voting for the state of the world. I guess if you wanted to blame them, sure. But you could hold them responsible, but I guess that would be more victim-y to hold them responsible, wouldn't it? If we hold each other responsible, we're all going to be victims. I think what happens, Noam, is that you just want to get along so bad that you're willing to swallow things. And I think the more of us swallow things, the harder it becomes for someone to finally say, can we stop swallowing this stuff? Because you can be authentic and polite. Polite's maybe the wrong word. You can be authentic and genuine. And I prefer authentic and genuine. Some people prefer polite. But authentic and genuine really does cut to the chase and really let you know who you're talking to and who you're not talking to. Instead of this facade of mirrors where we play Guess Who's the Vampire. Polite is not good. Polite doesn't make the world a better place. Polite makes everyone compliant. That's it. That's all it does. It doesn't help anything. And you don't coax someone slowly over to your side by giving them deviled eggs and being polite to them the whole time. That never works. No, you do that by shunning. You do that by isolating them. You do that by saying, I don't want to have dinner with you because I think you're insane. And I know that you think I'm insane. I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I'm just going to come out and say it. Look, why are we pretending? Why are we pretending to get along? The more I pretend to get along, the more you're going to keep voting. The next president, Fauci's going to be his guy too. And it's all going to be because we didn't want to be rude. We thought authenticity was the worst thing you could possibly give to your neighbor. That's where we're at right now. We're still on this bend that we must not be authentic with each other. The key to all of this is making sure that we're not authentic with each other. That if we're watching someone vote, what we should do is say, yeah, keep voting. That'll work out great. Keep watching the news. That'll work out great. And it's funny because that's what news and voting does. It elicits shame. Why? Because it works. Because shame works. When you make something expensive, it works. But we don't want to employ that because that would be rude. And we'd rather have this world than for anyone to ever have to look at anything rude. I know that people won't pull out of this because too many people have things that they want to keep. They'd rather be polite. They'd rather make excuses as to why. No, authentic is bad. Authentic is victimy. What we want is to keep being polite. That'll fix it. And that's what voting is. It's just a more form of being polite with each other as we take each other's rights away. And the entire time we're acting like, what? This is how it works, right? See, I just pulled the lever. It's great. It was great. And there's no one there to say, maybe that was retarded. Maybe wearing a sticker that says I voted today is sort of stupid. Maybe. But that's rude. We can't do that. We can't do that. We should cover our face. We don't want to be rude. We don't want to cause any kind of stir in the world. That's what pirates do. We're not pirates. We're living in a world where there is no piracy. She knows I won't change. I know the same about her. Yeah. So don't be polite about it. That's all. Yep. Be authentic with it. You'll find a deeper friendship with your authenticity. The authentic relationship that you have with people will always be closer. Always be closer. Even if it's like, I fucking hate that guy. You're eliciting that each of you are predictable. And when you're predictable, you can build a friendship over. That's what that old crazy codger, that lives down the road. It's okay. He's predictable. You feel safe around him because he tells you what's going on. He knows what it is. All right. Hey, do what you want. I'm not here to tell you guys need to do this. If you guys did everything I did, probably would have fallen off a deck right now. Some of you on the ground going, ouch. Why hasn't the Antarctic Treaty been broken yet? Because everyone's polite, Graham. That's why. Because everyone's polite. It would be so great if we would stop being polite. It'd be so great if we would be polite to the people that actually earned it. Where it was like this different kind of thing where it was like, that took a lot of guts for you to tell me what you said. And I've said that to people. Other people said that to me. Some people come back to me for advice after that because they're like, fuck, man, you were the only one that was like, I don't know about that. You're the only one that said that, I didn't fall off my deck. Your deck dropped. Yeah. I jumped off my deck. Unconsciously jumped off my deck. That's what happened. No, I don't see your email. But just check though. I don't see it. So I will keep checking though. Also, by the way, I'm like about a week behind in correspondence. I'm really sorry. That's my goal today, is to really catch up on correspondence. It's been way behind. But I'm looking forward to getting all caught back up. And look at that. We have 100 people on the new channel. Hey, please subscribe to this channel if you want. If you like it, be great. Be great. Oh, I get it. Thank you, Kristen. You just cleared that up. Please check your email and post the last dojo. I want to show. Okay, I thought the last dojo was posted. Okay, thanks. No, I'll check that tomorrow. Tomorrow is a very big day, right? Fuma. Tomorrow's a very big day. Tomorrow we have a 2:30 meeting for Crypto Dojo. I encourage anyone who's interested in being in Crypto Dojo or a part of Crypto Dojo or may consider being Crypto Dojo in the future, I think you should come to this meeting. It'll be a Zoom meeting. I'll be passing out that link today, and you can check on that and see. It's at 2:30 Eastern tomorrow. Josh is this guy that I like playfully call Josh. That's not his real name. It's kind of like Petey. This guy has put forth this really great proposal, and fuck, man, I'm not good at this. And we're gonna be voting on it tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. So if you miss the meeting tomorrow, that's okay. You can still watch it. Okay, good. Josh is fine. Good. So we've agreed that I can call Full Meta Alchemist Josh sometimes. It's just a colloquialism. It's the gematria of his name backwards, added with some spices and things like that. But yeah, that's 2:30 tomorrow. You should check that out. Also tomorrow night. What time is this? I want to tell you. Tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. I'm doing an Osiris Smackdown with Rose 777. We're going to smack down her friend about the ritual of Osiris. I was laughing at what Flat Accord just said. So 9:30 tomorrow night. That'll be on Rose's channel. I'll let you know if that comes in. Yeah, anyone's welcome to come. You don't have to be a voter tomorrow for that. And we actually don't have an official voting system in this, so it'll basically just be voting in a poll on the Discord. In fact, if someone can put a link to that Discord in the chat right now, that would be super helpful. If one of you can do that, that'd be great, because then other people can see that and you could catch up on that too. So yeah, we started a DAO. If you don't know, DAO is a tribal DAO. It's a anyway. You can read more about that and come to me tomorrow if you're interested in that. It's future of government. It's pirate. Holy shit, it's a pirate DAO. Oh my god. Just hit me. We're starting a pirate DAO. R. Yeah, and there's even a token called R, which we've been talking about getting the R guy to come talk to us. So there you go. You should check on it. Wait, I thought we were against voting. Yes, we are against voting. I'm talking about for countries, because countries aren't real. That's what I think you should. You know what? If you want to vote, vote. I just want you to feel a little bit of shame for it. That's all. I don't want you to stop. If it makes you feel better, right? I just want to make it a little bit more expensive. And the next time you choose to be polite with someone, I want you to go, damn, I kind of feel like a bitch. Why? Why wasn't I just more authentic? That's what I want to do. That's all. I don't want you to change your behavior. I want you to do exactly what you want to do. If you want to be a contrarian, be a contrarian. If you want to be a protarian, be a protarian. Do whatever. I just want you to feel a little bit of, man, I could have been more authentic with that guy. That's all I want. So, I'd like to join the dojo, though. You could join the dojo. You could join the dojo right now, Joe R. Right now, as we're talking, you could be doing that. You could. Yep. Join the dojo on Patreon or on JTrue if you want. We have meetings twice a week, Wednesday and Friday. The crypto dojo is a little bit different. It's really more... See, there's some people in the dojo that are like, would you stop talking about fucking crypto? And so those of us that like talking about it, we do this other thing. So it's a separate thing. So you don't have to be involved in crypto at all to be in the dojo. You just have to be involved in witness to be in the dojo. So Rose 777 tomorrow night, 9:30, 2:30, DAO Tribal Meeting. Hope you enjoyed today's show. Really glad you guys came. Hope you will consider some of the things I brought your way today. And hope maybe you'll consider making it expensive for people that are pushing this idea that we need more of the same. We don't need another layer of government. We don't. And right now, it's just polite to vote yes. Well, of course, public health, why not? We need to stop, that's all. We just need to stop. Do your best, people. I will keep doing mine. And thanks for being here. Thanks for being there on ROKFIN, you Rockies. Glad you guys made it today. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah.